In the recent matchup between the Utah Jazz and the Dallas Mavericks, the Jazz faced off against one of the NBA's most dynamic guards, Kyrie Irving. Despite their best efforts, Utah ultimately fell to Dallas, marking a 102-110 loss that set the Jazz at an 0-3 record to start the season. The game was another showcase for Irving, who put up an impressive 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists, demonstrating once again why he's known as one of the most talented offensive players in the game. This was the latest in a series of strong performances for Irving, whose skills haven't diminished even as he reaches his 32nd birthday this season. Entering his 13th season, the 8-time All-Star remains a potent force on the court, able to create plays, control tempo, and score in virtually every way imaginable. Jazz head coach Will Hardy was particularly struck by Irving's performance and took the opportunity after the game to acknowledge the veteran guard's remarkable abilities. "He's one of the most fundamentally sound players that we have," Hardy said. "His shot base is perfect and wide. He jumps straight up and down. He holds his follow-through. He's one of the most skilled players that I've ever seen." For Hardy to give such a tribute speaks volumes, especially considering how many elite players he's encountered in his career. These words reflect the respect Irving commands across the league, not just for his on-court production, but for his fundamentally sharp skill set, which sets him apart from so many players. Looking at Irving's performance this season, he's averaging 23.8 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 5.3 assists per game, while shooting at an impressive 47.4% from the field and a scorching 53.8% from beyond the arc. Although it's still early in the season, Irving has shown no signs of slowing down, and it seems like he's ready to lead Dallas on another playoff run. This is particularly significant considering last year's deep playoff journey, where the Mavericks made a run to the finals against the Boston Celtics. But for Utah, facing Irving and the Mavericks exposed several areas of their game that need improvement. While the Jazz have shown potential, they're in a tough spot as they focus on developing their younger players and building toward long-term success. The Jazz organization, led by CEO of basketball operations Danny Ainge, has placed a premium on rebuilding around young talent while maintaining a competitive edge. This strategy, while rewarding, is challenging, especially when facing established stars like Irving. Utah is trying to strike a balance, and that can be difficult when competing against experienced, playoff-tested teams like Dallas. Players like Lauri Markkanen and Colin Sexton are critical to this process. Both are expected to contribute significantly to the Jazz's offensive and defensive efforts. But there are areas where Utah still needs to find cohesion. Their game against the Mavericks demonstrated a need for defensive improvements, especially when facing guards who can score and facilitate at a high level. Irving's performance highlighted Utah's challenges in defending top-tier guards, something they'll need to address to succeed in a highly competitive Western Conference. Despite the current 0-3 record, Utah has a bright future, and there's no doubt this season is about more than wins and losses. Development and growth are the key objectives, and head coach Will Hardy has shown a commitment to helping young players reach their potential. As Hardy said in preseason interviews, the Jazz are heavily invested in their youth movement, focusing on players like Walker Kessler, Keontae George, and other developing talents. In games like this one, against seasoned players like Irving, Hardy and his team get the chance to test their strategies and observe areas where their young roster can grow. Looking ahead, the Jazz have an opportunity to improve and make adjustments before they meet Dallas again later in the season. With rematches against the Mavericks set for November 14th and 30th, Hardy and his coaching staff will undoubtedly be working to tighten up Utah's defense and give Irving more of a challenge. These upcoming games will provide valuable insights into how well the Jazz can learn from their early season experiences and adapt to face one of the most skilled backcourts in the NBA. Now, Jazz Nation, it's your turn. What do you think about Coach Hardy's praise of Kyrie Irving and the challenges of facing elite guards like him? Do you believe the Jazz will bounce back stronger in their upcoming games? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more Utah Jazz news and analysis, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.